Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Martian's Eating Chocolate podcast. Today's episode, we'll be talking about the brain. What are we going to talk about in the brain? Well, first, it's important to understand how our brain works, get to know ourselves better. Understanding the brain is very crucial to developing future human medical technology, because the brain is where most of our thinking and active consciousness comes from. Therefore, it is one of the most important part of the regions of the body that we don't understand, but we need to understand. That was about the brain in general. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about how dreams come true, how sleep, and how we make memories, feel pain, and talk about the other 5 senses in general. Without any further ado, let's get into it.
Sleeping. Why do we sleep? And why does it feel so good to sleep? We know that sleeping is really important for your health. But what exactly does sleeping do to your health? When you talk or read or even watch your phone, your brain is actually still working. When you're listening to this podcast, your brain is actually translating all the words I say and telling your brain what they mean. Now, let's go back to why is shutting off your brain so important? Imagine if you stayed up 24/7 for a whole week. Your brain would be really stressed out because your brain would be listening to all these sounds, thinking about weird things, and thinking about survival. That stresses out your brain. When you feel tired, your brain really needs to rest. That's why we sleep. Sleeping gets our brain to rest. That's when our brains shut off. Plus, we grow when we sleep. It's the time we grow the most. Anyways, let's get some more sleep. Good night.
Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan and I'm 8 years old. Today's first question is, can you guess how much your brain weighs? I think that brain weighs about 100 to 200 grams because that's how much an average apple or orange weighs. Not a watermelon, because if it was a watermelon, maybe we would get squished or we would just fall down. Today's second question is, how do we remember things? I think every time we see, touch, taste, and use our 5 senses, neurons take them to the brain, and the brain sorts them into small drawers so we can remember them. Today's third question is, what do you think your brain is doing when you're dreaming or having a nightmare? I think the brain's always active, so I'm sure the brain is making our dreams. So I'm sure the brain is still doing things in our dreams, like think of what to do next. And I even noticed that even whatever I think in a dream, it actually becomes true.
Right hand or left hand? Right brain or left brain? And I want to think about which side of my brain reacts faster and also I usually turn to. For me, when I first thought about this question, I thought I was definitely right-brained. But then I came to a realization. I'm actually left-brained. When I still got my right and left mixed up, I always thought that my writing hand was on my left side. So when the teacher said, turn to your right, my brain always told me to go towards my writing hand. But the problem was, my writing hand, I thought it was on my left side. So I know that I used to turn to my left more. That's how I found out that I was left-brained. Following that, I think people that are left-handed are right-brained. So basically, which hand you are, the opposite is which brain you are. But what if some of you are different? Well, we can find out ourselves. Just think back and see which side you turn to more. That is which brain side you are.
Hi, my name is Julia. My sister is Sophia, and I'm 6 years old.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm Julia's sister, as she said so. And I'm 8 years old, 8th grade 3.
Now, Sophia and Julia, today we are going to talk about our brains. First question, can you guess how much your brain weighs?
Maybe it's going to be very small or very big, but Whales are going to be very big because they're gigantic.
Whale's brain is much, much bigger than yours because they're so huge. They're gigantic.
Because their head, like their brain, is like the size of their head. And did you know that whales, when they get cancer spreads so quickly that the cancers start fighting themselves, like cancer fighting cancer, and then in the end the whale doesn't have cancer anymore because the cancers fought all of that.
Okay. How do we remember things? And did you know which part of your brain are you using to remember things?
Part that's called hippocampus. It has lots of cells in it, and the cells are in charge of your dreams, your learning, your emotions, and your memory.
Do you think your brain is still working even when you are sleeping?
Yeah, because hippocampus, the cells in hippocampus, there's a type, it's in charge of dreams. So once you use that, so the dream part is still working because you're having dreams.
And what do you think your brain might be doing while you are dreaming?
I think it's probably the hippocampus works in your memory and your imagination.
Why do we feel pain and how does your body heal?
With a band-aid, but
With a band-aid?
that's the thing that looks like the octopus.
What's the connection between the pain and the octopus? I forgot. Not the octopus. The hippocampus, right? It's okay. How do you heal?
Yeah, it's like once you get hurt, there's something in your blood cells called a platelet, and then they're running with your cells in your blood veins, and then so once they get platelets, so once they get in the hurt place, they connect together and then make a little bandage. But actually, it's not a bandage; it's just platelets connected together.
Okay. Do you think sleep is very important?
Because if you don't sleep, you're going to be very tired in your school.
It is important because you need energy to do anything, and your brain isn't that active when you wake up.
How many neurons are in your brain?
About a billion, because every second it loses a lot of cells, but every second also adds a lot of cells because you're learning from each second. Did you know that your heart stops beating for 5 milliseconds after you sneeze?
Oh.
Thank you for listening to that. Now, I will correct a few things. First, your brain doesn't really turn off during sleep mode. It still does background work and all that. So that's where dreams come from as well, because the background work in your brain during the REM stage of sleep. It's not really dreams are not really a well understood area of the brain, so we don't have enough information or clear information on that. Neuroscientists are still trying to find out what dreams are really made of. When you're sleeping, your brain doesn't turn off, otherwise you would die. Okay? Basically, as we learn more and more about the brain, we will learn more and more about ourselves, and medical technology will improve significantly. Especially, we can develop a lot of cures to a lot of brain diseases that affect our common daily lives. There's a lot of brain diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's that a lot of old people get, and we can understand them better by studying the brain. So that was the brain. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. See ya.